everyone, this is Messel here from Toronto with a huge announcement. Zantana Media, based here in Toronto, and Oxumawian Media, based in America, will be joining forces, and we will be starting up our own English program hosted by yours truly. Really need an introduction. I think everybody knows him. Those of you that don't know him.
Hello, my name is Daniel, and here with me is Messel.
Hi everyone.
This is our new show that will be starting in the next few days. This is collaborated Zantana with Oxumawian Media, and we will be discussing what kind of programs will be airing, and what we're trying to accomplish. Stay tuned with us, and I'm gonna give a chance to Messel to introduce herself as well.
All right, thank you, Danny. As you just said, my name is Messel, and we are merging Santana Media here in Toronto and Oxumawian Media in the States. We are merging together to create this English show, this English program, to connect the youth, to connect the diaspora, to basically have a platform for us, right? Because we don't have that here, right? So I said, you know what? I don't mind being a voice for that platform. I don't mind helping out with that. So here we are. Today we're going to be discussing just basically how this came to be, what we're targeting, exactly what we're going to be focusing on. We're just going to give you guys a little bit of a, introduction to the program. That way, you know what to expect in the upcoming weeks, months, years.
Thank you, Messel. Messel has been at the leadership, leading, as we all know, during the Tigray genocide. Well, we are still in that active genocide, but during the activism nationwide in Canada, she's been at the front of the leadership. She was also part of United Tagaru.
United Tagaru Canada, yes.
Yeah, United Tagaru Canada Association. She's been working with the young leadership. And so we're going to continue, and you guys stay tuned with us. Marcel, I'm excited about this new show.
Me too. I'm really excited. I've always wanted to do something like this, but then I'd always get scared. Like, where do I start? What do I talk about? What do I do?
Yeah.
What if people get bored of me? But I'm
but what, Marcel? Somebody has to start it. It has to start somewhere.
Gotta start somewhere,
right?
Exactly.
And I just wanted to say, and I'll give you. You will continue. I just want to ask you. I know we've been discussing a lot as we, the fight and the diaspora was led by a young generation like you, especially the first diaspora, the first generation. The young people that was born here, and some of them came at the young age, and they led this struggle, at the front. They led it really in the highest level that I can even think of. Any other community have done it like that. So, but yet also they don't have a platform, So this program is pretty much, we can discuss issue around the diaspora, politics, entertainment, other educational issue, or our community, whatever our community is going, even mental health, all kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
So we're not really gonna focus on one thing. We're gonna
we're gonna bring all sorts of topics here and there.
Absolutely. So I just wanted to say, how was the past 2 years for you? Just give me a little bit of that.
Past 2 years have been, the best word I can pull out is stressful. It's been pretty stressful. It's been overwhelming. I try to take the positive out of it, but it's still a lot for all of us to deal, especially with our families, what they're going through back home, with what the Ethiopian government in partnership with the Eritrean troops and the Amhara militias are doing to our families, like with the massacres, with the killings, with the mass arrest, the rape of our women and girls, the whole works. It's just a lot of stressful stuff to hear. You open the news, that's the first thing you hear. And international community's not talking about it, so we've got to step up for our people. Us as Tigrayans, born here, born outside, doesn't matter. As long as you have Tigrayan in your blood, you got to speak up for the people. And when I just saw how it impacted like the community, how it impacted people around me, like my family, my close friends, just my church community, just the community altogether, I said, you know what? I have to do something. I have to at least try and be a voice. So that's when my Twitter account, I resurrected it because it's been pretty much dead. And I advocate there. I advocate on all my social medias. And even though I'll try and find something positive at the end, like I've been saying, like making new friends. Or I normally am not a person to want to like, go out every single day or every other day or whatever. But now that I have new friends, especially within our community, I try to go out. I try to free myself from the stress. But at the end of the day, you can never fully free yourself until Tigray itself is free. And we're at peace in Tigray. So yeah, basically, long story short, stressful would be the best word to describe it.
Yeah. So, what was your coping mechanism to? I know you mentioned about dealing with your friends, hanging out with your friends, and of course, the advocacy itself is another way of coping mechanism. But what stands out for you? Like going through this tough time, seeing a family member, your mom, or other family member going through. How do you cope? Like how what was I know you're a very spiritual young woman as well, but what stands out? Like what did it help you?
What would help me is like you said about me being spiritual. I'm in the choir at my church, so my prayers help me out a bit. Like letting everything out at the church, it just relieves me a bit. Believe it or not, listening to Messel or listening to like music from Tigray, especially music from way back when. Yeah. That really helps me out. Like the ones that are right now, they're really good. I love them. Like it's good to dance to, good to vibe with and everything. But I don't know, just something about the old music just calms me down a lot. So there's that. And then just writing out my feelings as well. Like I'd get a journal and just write. One journal entry for me, if you see it, it lasts maybe 10 pages. But yeah, and like just like, especially in the nicer weather at least, going outside, having my earphones and listening to my old Tigrinya music, listening to Messel, that really helps me.
Amazing. Yeah, that's beautiful. Yeah, so going to by the way, I'm proud of us, our community, the resilience of the people of Tigray, back home and in the diaspora. I think we put a great fight, honestly.
Yeah, and we're going to continue to do so.
We are going to continue. Actually, the bigger job is ahead of us. There's more things to do. That's where the reason that we have to organize into a media.
Exactly.
We know how we dealt this harsh, the past tough 2 years. I'm just saying in general, I am so proud of my people. I'm so proud of Tibet Tigray. We've done it with a lot of pain, but we've done it with a lot of class.
Right.
We didn't go in harassing and fame mongering.
Right. That's not us.
That's not who we are.
Yeah.
And I think based on this kind of mindset, I would love to see a nation, a country called Tigray, which we are capable of.
We're capable of it, 100%.
And yeah, that's for that discussion for another day. Anyways. But I wanted to go. So, Mr. What are you trying? What are trying to accomplish with this new show? And what kind of examples and standards and they try to set for your peers, the young generation?
What I want to accomplish with this is I want somebody to take something out of whichever topic we talk about that week. For example, if it's about, let's say the topic is about the politics. I want somebody to take something from it and say, oh, I learned this from from Messel's show. That's how I know, okay, I spoke to the people and they actually heard me, Mm-hmm. I want everybody to just connect through the show. I want that platform to be a connecting platform for everybody. And yeah.
Okay, yeah, great. But there's one thing that I see we lack as a community. Mm-hmm. And the community is not also given a chance for the young generation like you is the role of leadership in a community. Mm-hmm. And how did you see bringing up leadership into our community? I think I would love to see your media to also take a lead on that. The your generation is not only there to do protests and do activism. Also, the community has to be led by that generation. Right. And I've seen how the generation, the first generation, the first diaspora generation can do. And I also have the faith that sooner or later we have to create a small Tigray within the diaspora. Mm-hmm. And that small Tigray, it has to be led. I strongly believe has to be led by the young people. Mm-hmm. And so I would love to see this media to take the driving side, the driving
first step in the right direction.
Yeah. So do you if you can give me a little bit on that? I know I'm throwing a lot of stuff on you, but just whatever you think. We're not journalists. We are just trying to make a little bit of a difference into mm-hmm. our society, right?
Yeah.
So you can just throw at me anything that you would think in terms of leadership.
Yeah. For example, like when it comes to here on the front, like the protests or any events that we have, some people, I have youth coming to me, oh, Messel, I really, really want to help, but I don't know how. First step is to ask, I want to help. How do I do this? And it's not that you will find somebody. You will find somebody that can help you or even point you in the correct direction to get you to pop into that leadership. Me, I didn't know what I was doing when I started, to be honest.
All of us.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you guys this straight up. I didn't know what I was doing. Nothing. Mm-hmm. I remember the first thing I actually properly joined in was, from what I remember, was the protest we had March of last year with the chanting. Our leader, he asked us, oh, are you loud? I'm like, I guess so. I think. Mm. And then I proved that day. What I've noticed that about the youth, some of them at least, I'm not going to target all of you, some of you, some people, they're just maybe nervous. They're like, I don't know what to do. I'll tell them, okay, grab this, read what's there, do this, do that. I have kids, my kids, the ones that I teach at the church, they come up to me, I want to do what you do. I've had kids tell me that, and it's brought me to tears. They'll tell me, we just had that protest yesterday. Yes, I want to do what you do. Well, thank you. Like, just seeing that just tells me I'm doing something right. Now, the rest of the youth, we should have them do the same thing as well. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to leadership, for example, let's like we're in Toronto. Let's say Tigray community here in Toronto, for example. We're the ones that's going to take over at the end of the day. They're not going to be there the whole time. We're going to be like, goodbye, and we're going to take over. So we need people to, even if it's as simple as just volunteering for an event, the leadership will then build from there. That's how it was for me. I volunteered for the protest. I helped out, and I worked my way from there. So.
Absolutely. Beautiful, yeah. That was very touching, when the young kids are asking you, because they've seen what mom and dad are going through at home.
Yeah.
And then they just connect that. They just feel sometimes helpless.
Just like one kid I had, we celebrated her birthday at the church, and we asked her, okay, what's your birthday wish? And she's like, she wishes for a free Tigray. She wishes everybody, like how we're about to eat here. I feel guilty, but I want the kids in Tigray, the people in Tigray in general, to eat what we're eating, to be able to eat, even to have access to food. And I was recording her, and I almost dropped my phone. Like, I started crying. I was like, these kids can get it. Like,
Very, very painful. Very hard to. Yeah, amazing. That was a great thing. As we know, we do have our community is full of talented people. They're not only prideful Tagaru, but they are also capable of doing a lot of great things. And Messel show is for you all. My next question would be, Messel, is that I know we have to see this a bigger picture. It's not gonna be based only for Canada-based audience. It's gonna be worldwide Tagaru in that generation. Yeah. So what would be? I mean, this is of course the best way to reach out as well.
Right.
The community base is good, but I think globally, I feel like we have to connect as Tagaru. The diaspora here in Canada with Australia, the US with Europe, with the Middle East, whatever, Africa.
At the end of the day, like in the future, if we're going to help rebuild Tigray, we're all going to meet up eventually. We're all going to work together eventually. It doesn't matter if you're from Canada, America, Sweden, London, heck, Addis Ababa.
Everywhere, Yeah, so the power of media is very powerful. We know our enemies, actually orchestrated, engineered everything through their media, the Tigray genocide. We were not paying attention, but pretty much that's what it was done. We can name few media, eSat and other medias. So we have to learn to take advantage of the media. Now we become after the war, I become pretty much a media. I try to advocate as much as I can on media, because I knew what are the enemies of Tigray people, how they use the media to their evil wish. We're not trying to use it for the like them. We're trying to use it to build our community, to build Tigray, to bring Tigray up front, and it also united the diaspora Tigray, right? So I'm just saying this is the best way. The media will be the best way.
Yeah.
And what did you seek from our community, from the wider Tigrayan diaspora? What did you wish, or how do you want them to interact with the media, whether your media, our media, Zantana, Aksamawian, or other Tagaru medias? Like, can you just give me what was the best way, or how do you encourage them, or do you is my question clear? I'm just trying to put it just to tell them the advantage of media, and then how do you attract them to come to the media, whether they have talent, whether they have they're in the healthcare, they have expertise into a mental health or leadership. Like, how can we attract them to come into the media so we can exploit their knowledge for the sake of our people?
I think we'd have to, once we approach them, we would let them know what our media is about, and we try to encourage them that they would be a big help to the community, just to draw people over to the media. We have a lot of professionals in our community. We got doctors, we have nurses, we have lawyers, we have entrepreneurs, we have teachers, we have a lot. Now, what we'd have to do really, if we're gonna, let's say I'm gonna have a guest on my show, I'm gonna have someone who's an entrepreneur. Maybe they have their own online business, for example, and they would be like, media, I don't know, and you try to feed them something here and there, tell them what our media is about and how important it is for us to all connect through media. Because nowadays, everything is through media. Everything. How I get my sources, how I get my information, nobody tells me anything anymore. All in here. Media. So that would be just approach them, encourage them. Encouragement will help them say, okay, fine, I will help you. I will encourage people. Because them coming onto a show like this, for example, it would boost them up, but at the same time boost their community up, telling other people within the same profession around the world that it's okay to use the media. It's okay to depend on the media to encourage others. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I just wanted to let our audience that our media, we're not only on YouTube, but we're also on satellite via HPS television, which gets we aired it on Tigray, directly Tigray. So so I just wanted to ask you, Messel, as I said, we are on HPS, on HPS satellite. What is your message? It will be, how do we connect the diaspora young generation to the young people in Tigray, which they went through so much. The young people back
they went
in
through
Tigray.
hell. They went through a hell that we can't even imagine. We can't even imagine what they've gone through. Yeah, no, they've been through all sorts of hell, and unfortunately still are going through all sorts of hell.
They are still going.
Yeah, they're still going through it. But if I had to say something to them, it would be for them to just stay strong, and this media, we will be there to help you guys. We will we are always, currently, in the past, in the future, we're always there for you guys. We will all together unite. We will rebuild our nation, our Tigray. This media will connect us, not just as host and viewer, but as a family. Because whether we know each other or not, we're a family at the end of the day. We're all Tagaru, we're all family. Doesn't matter how. Even if it's just, hi, nice to meet you. That's it. We're family. Right? So we've got your back. We've got each other. I want you guys to stay strong for us.
Oh, I love that when you say our nation, that we're not a nation yet, but a nation has been created in
just
our
by
heart.
just by our familial bond.
Yeah, you just don't need a. That
was
very powerful, by the way.
You don't need to be called a country.
Yeah.
just to consider yourself a nation.
Yeah, that was very very powerful. You know, I know in each every one of Tagaru, a nation has been born.
Yeah, absolutely.
Regardless whether we're legally or not, but it's been created in our heart. And yeah, that's also another day, another discussion.
Another discussion for another day, but
So
yes.
we'll go for that, right? But yeah, so wow, that was well, just our program today is just a little bit just introduction. What's you know the program that you know Messel and I will be hosting. Messel will be doing a lot of programs in English for the English speaking Tagaru, which I strongly believe they led the struggle within the diaspora, working day and night with their heart and snow and everything, with their writing an email, advocating, you know, leading a protest. I mean, you name it. I can't describe it. And at the end of the day, we all, of course, I'm not trying to categorize it with the young generation or the whole Tagaru. We you know, but we know we put the fight. But I'm just saying the show will be, you know, what Messel will be hosting soon. You know, she's gonna need the support, which is whether you have skills and knowledge, experience. This is your medium. Feel free to connect with Messel or with our media. We're gonna be posting it in our Aksuma Media, our contact information. You guys can reach us out through that. But just wanted to encourage you guys to take an ownership. It's yours. It's your media. It's us. It's us, our Tagaris medias. So I wanted to encourage every one of you guys to be active. If you have anything, feel free to come and you know, share your knowledge, whatever you have, that whatever you think it will help for our community. We want to encourage you guys. At the end, I just want to give you your last thought before we close our program, Messel.
You pretty much said it all. Like at the end of the day, like just because we're sitting here, we're hosting, it's not just our media. This is all of our media. At the end of the day, we're all, like I said about our Tagaru back home, like that message I said, we're all a family here. So whether you know me or not, whether we're related by bloodline or not, we're all a family. So this is your media. In the future, we're gonna have guests coming in or through video connection, and we will be discussing some exciting stuff. I'll be reaching out to you. Can't hide from me. All right. Yeah, like the youth, we've been doing a lot, especially like with United Tagaru Canada, like where I volunteer with. A lot of fundraising stuff we've been doing. Speaking of which, we do have one coming up actually. This weekend, December 17th, the Saturday, we do have a live concert. It's a fundraising concert, and the proceeds will be going towards the Save Tigray fundraising campaign. We have live music from Sarts Abraham Tadese from Dubai, as well as Isaias Arafina here in Toronto with a band. We have a band here too, and tickets are $80 each. And we encourage you guys to buy your tickets early. That way you don't have to stand in that extremely long line. I'll be at the ticket table. I will look at you. Why didn't you buy your ticket early? You stood there for so long. Your fault, not my problem. But I encourage you guys to purchase early. The link will be put below for the online tickets, which is at TipHub on tiphub.com, and that will be closed at the end of the week. So, and today's Tuesday. So See, so much going on. I don't even know the days of the week anymore. So I encourage you guys to buy your tickets. Otherwise, you're going to be waiting in a long line purchasing your tickets at the door. And nobody wants to do that. Nobody has the time. That's why I purchased my ticket early. That's what I like to do, at least. So, again, Saturday, December 17th, we have our live concert with Serz Abraham and with Isaias. So, it's going to be an amazing night. Remember, this is all for Tigray. We're not just entertaining you guys. This is for Tigray at the end of the day. So we encourage you guys to come out, even whether you're early, late, just come out, have a good time. We really hope to see you guys there. Okay, so yeah.
By the way, this is in Toronto, so
yeah, it's in Toronto.
We don't want to confuse it. Those of you guys that live in Canada, whether you live in West Coast, it's a holiday season. Come, with your fellow Tagaro brothers and sisters. Even if you live in the East Coast in the state, New York, Washington D.C.
We encourage you guys to come.
Exactly, come by and then have fun with our community. At the end of the day, everything goes for Tigray. And so we are concluding our program here.
Also, we'll put the details, like the address and everything
in there
down.
I think, yeah.
But it is actually, I'll say it here as well. It's at 237 Sackville Street here in Toronto.
We'll put the flyer at the end.
We'll put the flyer at the end as well.
Yeah, so that'll be easier. So thank you everybody for tuning in. So again, we're excited for the new our program. Zantana collaborated with Aksumarian Media. We are also on HPS satellite, and we hope we're gonna see you guys soon. I'll be also hosting other programs. Messel will be hosting programs in English. And thank you for staying, tuning with us, and we really appreciate it. And ciao. Salam
See you guys. Hi everyone, this is Messel here from Toronto with a huge announcement. Zantana Media, based here in Toronto, and Aksumarian Media, based in America, will be joining forces, and we will be starting up our own English program hosted by yours truly. Really need an introduction. I think everybody knows him. Those of you that don't know him,